There's a silent habit that destroys more lives than failure ever could. It's not laziness, it's not fear, it's not even a lack of opportunity. It's the habit of breaking promises to yourself. You tell yourself you'll start tomorrow, you swear you'll change next month. You declare that this year will be different, and then nothing changes. Not because you can't, but because you don't follow through. Today, that cycle ends. Think about it. Your life today reflects what you've repeatedly done, not what you intended to do. Most of us judge ourselves by our good intentions. We wanted to get fit, we planned to start that business. We meant to learn that skill, but the world, and reality itself, judges results. Your life right now is not the result of what you wanted. It's the result of what you repeatedly did, day in and day out. Your habits wrote your current reality. Your standards shaped your limits. Your choices, not your dreams, built the life you are living. But here's the powerful part. If repetition built this version of your life, then new repetition can rebuild it. It's not about a magical overnight transformation. It's about understanding the engine that drives change. So many people think the problem is a lack of motivation. They wait for that burst of energy, that sudden inspiration to strike. But motivation is unreliable. It's a fair-weather friend. Some days it shows up, ready to go. Most days, it's nowhere to be found. But standards don't negotiate. When your standards are low, excuses feel perfectly acceptable. I'm too tired. I'll do it tomorrow. It's not that important. But when your standards rise, those excuses just disappear. High standards sound like this. This is non-negotiable. It sounds like, I don't skip this, no matter what. It sounds like, I show up regardless of how I feel. You don't rise to the level of your motivation. You either fall to your standards, or you rise to meet them. Look at every major success story you can think of. None of them were built on comfort. None were built on convenience. And none of them were built by people who waited to feel confident before they started. They were built by people who showed up early and stayed late. They were built by people who failed publicly, got back up, and learned quickly. The dream has never been about ease. It's always been about effort compounded over time. That door is still open, but it's only open to those willing to walk through it, to do the work. And the biggest obstacle to walking through that door: comfort. Comfort feels harmless, even pleasant. But comfort is addictive, and it slowly shrinks your future. It teaches you to tolerate less, to avoid effort, to settle for good enough. Comfort keeps you entertained but unfulfilled. It keeps you busy but stagnant. It keeps you alive but not advancing. True growth, the kind that gives your life meaning and purpose, demands discomfort. You have to choose which pain you want: the sharp, temporary pain of discipline, or the dull, lifelong ache of regret. This brings us to discipline. Discipline is how you build self-trust. Confidence isn't something you can just think into existence. It's not an affirmation you repeat in the mirror. It's something you earn with yourself. Every single time you keep a promise to yourself, no matter how small, that trust grows. Every time you break one, it weakens. Discipline isn't about punishment. It's about having integrity with yourself. It's about proving to yourself that you can be relied on. When you do what you said you would do, even when it's hard, even when no one is watching, you become unstoppable. Because you know you can count on the one person who matters most: you. Your thoughts are either the fuel for this journey or the poison that stops you in your tracks. The way you talk to yourself matters more than any external motivation. If your inner voice is constantly saying, "I'm so far behind," "I'm not good enough," "I always mess this up," then your actions will eventually match that belief. You'll sabotage yourself to prove your inner critic right. But when you consciously shift that internal language, everything changes. Start telling yourself, "I'm improving. I'm learning from my mistakes. I am capable of change." Your behavior will start to shift naturally to align with this new, more powerful belief. Your mindset doesn't just shape your mood. It actively shapes your future. And what about fear? Fear means you're standing at the edge of growth. Fear is not a signal to stop. It's evidence that you are leaving your comfort zone. Fear always shows up when you raise your standards, when you challenge an old identity, when you risk becoming more than you were yesterday. The people who achieve great things aren't fearless, they are fear-resistant. They feel the fear, acknowledge it, and then they act anyway. This is where consistency comes in. It's the quiet, unseen force that changes everything. We all tend to overestimate what we can do in a day or a week, and we massively underestimate what we can accomplish in a year of consistent effort. Consistency doesn't look impressive in the moment. It looks boring. It's repetitive. It's unexciting. No one posts on social media about the 17th day in a row they woke up early. But consistency compounds. One workout won't change your body. 1 hour of focused work won't change your career. But repeat that action daily, and over time, everything changes. Pay attention to your environment, because it's training you every single day. Your environment is what decides what feels normal to you. The people you listen to, the content you consume, the behaviors you see rewarded around you, they all shape your expectations. If your environment tolerates excuses and mediocrity, then growth will always feel uncomfortable and out of place. But if your environment respects discipline and rewards effort, growth will feel natural. You don't need more willpower. You need better surroundings that support the person you want to become. Ultimately, action is the antidote to doubt. Doubt thrives in stillness and overthinking. The moment you move, doubt weakens. Action creates clarity. You figure things out by doing, not by endlessly planning. Action builds confidence. You prove to yourself what you're capable of. And action breaks the paralysis of fear. You don't think your way into a new belief. You act your way into it. Start before you feel ready. Readiness is a myth. Readiness is a result of starting, not a prerequisite. You are not running out of time. You are running out of delays. You don't need a new year. You don't need the timing to be perfect. You don't need anyone's permission. All you need is to make one honest decision, right here, right now. I am done breaking promises to myself. Start small. Start imperfectly. Just start today. Momentum always comes after movement. The life you want isn't built by motivation. It's built by your standards, your discipline, and your follow-through. Stop waiting to feel confident. Stop waiting for perfect clarity. Stop waiting for permission. Keep your word to yourself. That is how everything changes. Thank you so much for watching. If this resonated with you, consider subscribing for more content to help you build a stronger, more disciplined life. Now go keep a promise to yourself.